All right, call it the Eiffel Tower as Kylian Mbappe and France advance to the World Cup semifinals after beating Morocco yesterday. We're joined by our soccer analyst, Herculez Gomez, who is always styling and profiling on us with his glasses. Herc, based on what you saw yesterday, can anyone left in the tournament slow down this France team?
I love how you use slow down and not stop because, wow, are they electric. We got to talk about Kylian Mbappe and now 20 World Cup goals, 16 in the last 2 editions, 8 goals, 2 assists last edition, already 8 goals this edition, and there are still 2 games left. I don't know if anybody can stop this French team, maybe slow them down, and if they will, I'll pick 2. And we're going to talk about one very quickly, and that's Spain. We'll talk about them in a second, but they got Lamine Yamal, and they are sensational when they hit their ceiling. The other is in the other side of the bracket, and we know him here in the United States. He lives in Miami. He used to be Fort Lauderdale, now South Beach. That's Lionel Messi. He's 39 years of age, but you're banking on an aging superstar and a team, his team, that had to make 2 comebacks in the last 2 games to stop this French national team. Because it's not just Mbappe. I could go down the list. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I pick up what you're putting down, but I'm not putting my money against Messi right now. France will face the winner of today's quarterfinal between Spain and Belgium. What do you think this matchup today will ultimately come down to?
I don't know if you guys saw Belgium play against the U.S. men's national team. It wasn't pretty for the U.S. And how did Belgium do that? Yeah, they overwhelmed them on the wings. It was a volume of good football down the flanks that ultimately did the U.S. men's national team in. Spain is very good down the flanks. Their fullbacks go up and down very well, and they incorporate themselves into the attack. If Belgium can slow the likes of those wing play down, Lamine Yamal, I just mentioned, the 18-year-old wonder boy, if you could slow him down, slow Kukureya down, you have a shot. But ultimately, it's in the middle. What you do with that midfield, Rodrigo and Pedri at the helm. If you're Belgium, if you have any chance in this game, you got to control those 2 phases, the midfield and the flank play.
All right, love it. Spain enters today's quarterfinal on an 11-game unbeaten streak against Belgium, dating back to 1980. We'll see if it holds. Herc Gomez with the view, with the shades, joining us on SportsCenter. Thank you, friend.
Right, boys, shall I bring some top-notch analysis to the table? France are very good.
They are very good, isn't it?
They are. Goodbye.
It's not a surprise. The big question now going forward is, as they really dealt with Morocco pretty easily, is A, how do you stop Mbappe, Elise, Dembele, Doué, and that front line? And B, how do you impose yourself on this French defence to start putting them on the back foot? Nobody's really done that in this tournament. Obviously, if we look ahead of ourselves, it's possibly going to be Spain in the semi-finals. They might be able to do that, but that is the problem. Containing them at one end and pressuring them into mistakes at the other end. Thus far, we haven't really seen it.
I thought Morocco tried to press and then France were able to pass through that press. And then when they dropped off, they just have so much quality in midfield that they made that look pretty easy as well. And as a result, Morocco never really got in a groove, weren't able to play their game at all during the course of this. France just looked very comfortable. I expected a far more difficult contest for France. I thought Morocco had been good this tournament, but France just continued to show themselves better than everybody else that they've come up against by a long way thus far.
Kylian Mbappe is very good.
Yeah, really, really good. And I think it's just when France, they will look at the mirror and say, okay, there's not really one team who can really beat them. So I think that's what when they look at all the other teams, they have respect. But I think at the end, it will come down how good France is playing with themselves and how focused they are. They have to trust in each other. And then especially in the front, individual quality, that if they get the moments, and then we all know games get decided by moments, and they will punish you.
They, of course, as you mentioned, will play the winners of Spain or Belgium. What are you expecting from that game?
I'm expecting Spain to dominate it and probably win it. I would be surprised if Belgium beat Spain. It's not impossible. I was a little surprised the way they played against the US, but the US had a poor night at the office. I'm not expecting Spain to have that poor night at the office. And it would be a big shock if it wasn't Spain v France in the semi-final.
It will indeed, with France being, once again, the big favourites to advance to the final.